Hi, good afternoon, ladies, gentlemen, and distinguished guests. Welcome to today's incubation program. In this session, you'll learn from the experts how to transform your company to become more technology savvy. So for today's session, we are very honored to have Mr. Jason Low and Mr. Low Tian with us to help boost your business. If you have any questions throughout the session, kindly drop your question in the Q&A box, which can be found below your screen. First up, we will have Mr. Jason Low, CEO and founder of Peace Future, to share more about IPHatch program and the portfolios which are available in your city. Just a very quick introduction. IPHatch is an open innovation program looking for technology startups and entrepreneurs to seed patents from the multinational companies such as Nokia and Panasonic. As we know, patents are challenging to draft and file in multiple countries. Most of the cost of investment is very high. So this program actually helps to simplify the process and give you the rights to use the patent in your business. So now let us welcome Mr. Jason Low. Jason, please.
Thank you, Jotina. Thank you for the kind introduction. And I will be sharing my screen shortly. So just give me just a moment. Okay. So good afternoon again to everyone in the different cities that this is broadcasting and that you have tuned in. IPHatch incubation program has been running for the last 4 years, and we're very excited to be back again. And for maybe some of you may have joined us in some of our previous events, but do go to our website and stay tuned to all the different activities that we have planned to enable innovations and also enable knowledge sharing to help you guys to walk the startup journey even better. All right, so IPHatch is a one-stop platform where we have created to let startups leverage on the technologies from the very renowned companies. All right, first thing, we hope that this program will help to create impactful technologies that will be used by different startups in this area, in this region, and actually make positive impact to the society. And we hope that this program itself will also be encouraging more startups to go deeper into the so-called the deep tech zone, whereby you can look into really use technology to impact lives and also to change the world. So there are many tremendous so-called opportunity in this region, in particular because in Southeast Asia, if you have read the many news and also the statistics and the economic reports, this is a very what we call the growth zone. All right, whereby there's a tremendous digitization happening, and there will be a lot of immense opportunities for startups to play a role to change the way the lives have been running in this region for centuries. All right, and I guess the COVID also has made us change. If you guys are tuning on today, you have changed a form of education. Means that you usually will go to class, or even to a conference, or go to a meeting in some place to attend sessions like this. However, you're doing this online, means that you have actually embraced the digital transformation opportunities. For this program, in the IPHatch incubation program, we offer a variety of support, and many of those support are customized to each of the startups' so-called characteristic. And we are very unique in the whole entire startup ecosystem. We provide opportunities and also mentorship in terms of business expansion. We have different mentors in different fields, helping startups, right, to be more proficient in their business. We also do have the so-called parachuting of technology portfolios from multinational companies to help you to accelerate the way you seed your technology and to grow your technology portfolio within your startup. And that is phenomenal because the fact that you do not need to worry so much about anything that you build from the foundation, but the foundation comes from the multinational company. You need to just build your application and build new technologies on top of all these portfolios that we are offering. And of course, last of all, a lot of startup will be always thinking, you know, how are we going to even start, all right? Or how do we actually expand our business? Funding opportunity is definitely there. We have a whole network of VCs that we work with across the region. And we're very glad to say that IPHatch is not just running in one country, but we are running across 8 different countries right now across Asia. Next year, we do target to, you know, connect the West. So stay tuned if you're interested to even like port your business across to Europe and so forth. We are definitely looking at that. And as just now mentioned earlier on, first thing, there will be a lot of thematic seminars that is coming out. So this is just one of those seminars that we are holding. I think in middle of December, we have another VC related topic. In January, we have a very distinguished panel going to be formed. There's also going to be hackathons and so forth. So I urge you to really join us in all the different sessions, especially the IPHatchathon, if you have interest to be joining as an applicant. The reason is because during the hackathon, we will be coaching you through the 3-hour session as well, you know, helping you to refine your model, you know, which will make more sense when you actually present to the final judges. And the selected startups will be going directly to the finals, so you do not need to wait for the results to occur. All right, so this is a timeline. We are now in November, where you will be educated with all the different kind of workshop, especially if you're new to IP. Later on, Leo from Patent Crowd, he will be sharing, you know, how important it is and how insightful you can actually get information from the patent statistics and also database that is out there. All right, and he will be sharing with you in depth about that. The closing date for the application is on the 28th of February. All right, do take note of that date, and there will be many different webinars that is coming up. So do join us, all right, and you will learn a lot. Okay, so typically, what is an IPHatch journey from the startup with us? All right, you start out with the application, you pitch to the judges. If you win, you will get awarded patent, and then from then you will join the program, and it's an indefinite program whereby you will be with us. We'll be, you know, going through your business model. We will be helping you to refine your IP strategy. We will be, you know, hand-holding you in the startup of the process. If let's say you have already started your startup, that's not the issue as well. We're also very happy to refine your business model, and if it makes sense, we will help you to even tweak your business model to suit what industry you want to scale in. All right, and finally, of course, when you're ready for expansion of markets, as I say, our platform is across the Asia. We work with most of the government in this region and also the ecosystem there. We can definitely connect you. The latest market that we are now in is in Japan, and many people actually ask me that they want to actually expand into Japan because it's a mature market as well as a lot of potential, because it's a very high-tech market, and they want to introduce their products in. Then finally, you have the fundraising stage, whereby we will also be supporting you in fundraising. All right, so this is the journey. Oops. Okay, what happened? Okay, so we are sector agnostic. All right, we do not have any particular startup that we like more or less. Basically, we are looking more on the impact of the startups. All right, as long as you have gone through our program, you know, we will refine you to be more tech savvy, all right, and more IP focused, so that you can build value into your startup. In terms of track record, we have now 8 cities, I say, and we have over 40 startups in multiple fields. Just now I have shown you, we have even IoT, security, smart home, AR, VR. We also have smart commerce, a couple of fintechs. So welcome any ideas. Most important is whether you guys have a heart for to be a startup and make impact to the market. All right, these are our co-organizers. You can see many different agencies in this particular run, which is actually focusing on Singapore, Malaysia, and Thailand. All right, we are working with IPI, we're working with MDEC and Magix, and also many other partners in the ecosystem. So startup set criteria, basically we are very open, very much product market fit. If you have a kind of solution or product in mind, all right, we need to look at your innovativeness. We want to look at the strength of your team. We do want to look at the scalability of your strategy. All right, and whether is there any traction that you have started. Is it just a pure idea or pure idea that could come to easy realization? I think these are all the things that you need to look out for. Definitely, if you are very tech-based and you feel that you have, say, for example, AI technology applicable to a certain industry, yeah, make sure that you go through the thinking process to look at the market size and what are you trying to do, what is the impact that you want to drive, what is the change that you want, to actually provide with your solution or with your startup. What is your vision in the future? I think these are things that we'll look out. And of course, if you need some verification and some kind of validate some comments or advice, join the IPHatchathon. That's where we will actually be coaching you as well. All right. So with that, I want to dive straight into what we have for the Singapore, Malaysia, and Thailand run, the 2021 patent portfolios. All right, all these information are online. You do not need to be worried that after this session you will not be able to find. I think you also can check out the video again. So we have a total of I think 8 portfolios to 10 portfolios here. We have a multi-content presenter, all right, which is actually and we also have this portfolio is actually from Nokia and Panasonic. All right, but do take note that there will be a small equity exchange. Why? Is because to establish the relationship between you and them. All right, and this will actually feed the structure. With all the startups I've gone through, many of the startup feels very, very comfortable working with the multinational company. So this pattern is about multiple kind of different content where you can actually say, for example, the pattern from Panasonic is about audio and video, related teleconference kind of, like what we're doing now. All right. So very much looking into the technologies behind all these different teleconference and video conference. For Nokia, is actually looking at the user interface. All right, to actually give additional information. Say, for example, when we're speaking now, there may be some context behind, and giving you additional information. So this can be applied to many different fields. All right, maybe we only can say how it's probably video conferencing only. Actually, it's not. You can use it for video intercom. You can use it for HR interview. Say, for example, you want to add some AI to do analytics. Why not? And can be other kind of communication too that may be specific to, say, industrial. Can be in the education aspect, remote healthcare. I don't know what you guys will come up with, because the startups always wow me with their ideas. All right, what I'm trying to enable you is a seed, and I hope that you take this seed, translate into your business, all right, and then see how you can build on top of it. And with this patented technology, you definitely have a good base to start off your business. Right, that's the first portfolio. Second is more kind of audio related analyzer, where it's a portfolio pure from Nokia, where very much we are looking into digital audio. All right, streaming kind of business. It could also be used for any intercom. All right, so very much looking at your application, because right now we know that the technologies like microphones or camera is all very, very good already. There's a lot of new application you can add on top of all this. And with the pattern from Nokia, you are able to see how you can, do kind of a similarity tracing of the audio tracks and so forth. So I urge First thing, note down the pattern numbers as you see over the screen, like the US 9129593. Take this number, paste it in Google Patterns, and you will be able to extract down the pattern. And it's free, all right? However, later on, Leo will show you another tool that you can perform analysis, all right? And I think he's also giving a free trial. So go sign it up and go listen to Leo later on, all right? So this audio analyzer is something that if you are in the field of meddling with audio content, this will be fantastic, all right? It will be one of the very important application that you can actually build on. Okay, next, portfolio 3. It's a very hot topic now, the agriculture business. All right, and very interestingly, we also Panasonic also have some kind of agri-tech related patterns on a water collecting structure. All right, this is very much can be used for definitely agriculture, but also for other purposes. If let's say you are in that area, probably this is something that you may want to look at because water, the control of water for agriculture is something very crucial. So it's definitely something that one of the important elements when you're considering even urban agriculture and so forth, or smart farming and so forth. So it's a very straightforward portfolio. Go download the pattern and have a look and see whether it applies to your business. All right, and portfolio 4, we have a model tracker whereby we are actually using multiple cameras, right, to track a target when, basically can use in surveillance, you can use in the in-vehicle cameras that's very popular nowadays. You can use it for other recognition. Basically, very important for tracking of images, all right, and the targets that you have set. Because a lot of times, nowadays, even AI, and you want more advanced smart secure systems, the ability to track is one of the key fundamentals. So I would urge you, if you're in this space, looking at usage of images, usage of video images in particular, check out this pattern, all right? Portfolio 5 is about fitness, all right? So fitness healthcare, we call, is actually very much into the healthcare space. It's Panasonic pattern again. You can use it for tracking of your muscle fatigue. All right, so very interesting because we all believe that more wearables will come to the market, right? And more things we users want to know what's happening to our body. And this is something very interesting whereby you are able to check out the fatigue index of the muscle, which is phenomenal. And just imagine if let's say you're a gym goer and all that, it could be something that to tell you, hey, you have not trained enough, or you may have overtrained. What should you do? All right, you can provide advisory and all that. I see a lot of potential application, other than deployment in the gym. But I think for personal so-called usage, I think this will be also very phenomenal. All right, so that's portfolio 5. Portfolio 6 is a productive informer. So this is based, this is a pattern from Nokia. All right, it's kind of a UI related pattern, all right, on contextual of speech, visual and touch. All right, so multiple kind of, adaptation, all right, of your UI based on all the different reaction that actually has been input. All right, so basically this is very future, all right, because it is something that you can use to create dynamic UI, all right, based on different situation. I would say typically you can look at service kiosks, you can look at mobile application, you can look at machine interface and so forth. All right, the application is quite limited because this is what we do now. The kind of we are always on using a screen somehow. All right, I bet almost every house would have some kind of a LCD device. All right, it can be the mobile phone basis. And if you're developing this technology, it will be actually very, very useful to be able to reach out to many people at one go. All right. I urge you to think more scalably. All right. I don't want to right spec tell you what to do with the pattern. Your ideas are more important. All right. And I believe you guys are smart enough to come up with something that you think this pattern could be useful for you. All right. Portfolio 7 is about network. All right. It's a network filterer. And this is more towards the security element of the network security, about to controlling unwanted traffic, all right? And also to have remedies that actually can be actioned upon when certain issues are detected. So as you guys know, Nokia is a very strong company in the network space, especially right now. In the past, they were very big in mobile. All right. Of course, now they're still doing a lot of network solutions around the world, providing now, of course, 5G. They're also researching this 6G and so forth. And recently, I also know that they have project that is very fast spending, and also at the same time, all these technologies they are bringing out is definitely something that is very practical to deploy, because right now everybody is using data. Everybody has some form of network to connect to. All right, just imagine what you can actually provide extra layer of protection in terms of security. Because I have startups when coming to security related so-called field, they are very, very keen in security, because we are now in the really connected world. Security is like one of the so-called open, important phrase that we may not say it, but we expect security to be there. Means that we expect when we are on the internet, there is a form of security. However, it's not always true, because there's always people hacking the system. And therefore, it's very important that this element of security, control, and network security is a very, very important field, and is the business area there is always constant, which is good. So urge you to look at this if you are in that space. All right. Come to the last port. I think if I'm not wrong, the last portfolio, biosensor. All right, biosensor. This, as the word says, all right, is actually a pattern from Nokia as well. All right, it's on looking at the DNA fragments. All right, so you are very much looking into medical related, looking at analytics of the different kind of DNA and gene structure or whatever, or you're in that field, but maybe more not as deep as really looking at the pharmaceutical side, but very much on the device side. This is going to be fantastic for you, because they are very early when you're talking about this sensor, and you can actually use it for testing. You can use it for healthcare related application that you can add on top, to detect certain things. So this year we bring out a whole new world of different areas of patterns. Hope to see different kind of startups to come to our ecosystem. So I hope you are inspired by the different portfolios we have. We have agriculture, we have healthcare, which you see, and also still many IoT related and deep tech technologies that we are offering. So we urge you to look at each of them carefully. There are 8 of them. And also at the same time, we do have one additional portfolio we call Portfolio X. All right, Portfolio X is whereby if you can't find anything online that suits you, all right, choose that. All right, tell us what is your business model about. We will try to match it for you. Okay, and then with that, you need not waste your opportunity to join the ecosystem. All right. So the process of application, just go to our website, all right, and pick the Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand run and do your application. If you have a pitch deck, please put in your pitch deck. All right, and you'll be informed later once you'll be keep informed of things that will be happening. Okay. So with that, I want to thank you all for your time, for joining us, and I want to hand this back to Jotina so that she will bring Leo online. Thank you.
Thank you, Jason. While the portfolio shared by Jason are definitely deep tech and helpful for business technology expansions and development. Next up, Inquatech is an intellectual property software company providing solutions and a competitive advantage for IP professionals, simplifying all patent work. So today we have invited Mr. Liu Tian, Business Director of Incubation Corporation, to share his expertise on how you utilize IP insights to monitor and adapt to market changes. Liu, please.
Thank you, Jutina. Okay, again, I'm very happy to be here today. Having the chance to talk to you guys about how to use IP analytics to monitor and adapt to market changes. My name, once again, is Liu Tian. I'm the business director of Incubation. We actually are a patent intelligence company. We are a software company. We basically use AI, artificial intelligence, to generate understandable patent intelligence. So we just make sure they are also actionable. Now, so today I'm going to talk about what the patent monitoring really is. It's actually a process of watching and analyzing the newly published, the most recently published or granted patent. Usually, a company usually would hire an IP firm to run and to run the data to get the monitor service. Usually, it would cost about at least $300 US dollars, but they basically would use a patent database, define monitoring criteria, and then run report in a weekly or monthly or even a quarterly basis. Now, today I'm going to show you and debunk those, what IP service firm actually is doing so that you can do it on yourself. All right, so why is why people are using patent monitoring? And they are actually, the purpose are threefold. The first one, just for R&D purpose. Those information is quite important. The finding actually can be shared with the researchers and engineers in terms of the existing technology trends. The second purpose is also for marketing. So the data, once defined, can be help the company to better understand competitions, to react to the paradigm shifting, especially in the marketplaces. Lastly, which is also quite important, especially from the perspective of a startup, is to identify the interesting, or potential acquire and also investor. So for the future investment or monetization, the monitoring actually help you to fast scout out and zero in the potential investor. Or on the other side, for the investor, they are looking at the potential target companies as well. So these are the three major purposes. And then, so when we talk about the types of a patent monitoring, there also are three types. So the first one is what we call technology-based monitoring. This is only confined to the search results based upon the latest development in a specific technology. Now, the criteria of the search strategy includes keywords in terms of what technology terms that people would use, and also where those technology invention basically are applied in terms of the patent. And more important, people are also use classification, such as international product code or cooperated product codes. Now, later on, for that matter, if you do have a question about how those information could be found, please raise the question so that we would take this opportunity to answer. Or later on, we also will share with you the channels where you can actually throw the question when you try to do the patent monitoring or use the tool that would help you for this portfolio invention. All right. Now, the second type of a patent monitoring is called competitor-based. Now, what it does is the criteria basically are using the company's name and also the certain what we call specific technology family ID, which belong to each and every single patent. So that family ID or the inventors within a given company that you are interested in, you can actually use them as a criteria so that the monitoring will give you the most recent publication patents or granted patents from this company. That could be your key competitor, for example. Now, the last one is also quite important. People are using legal status-based monitoring to find out among those given patents, what are their legal status has been shipped. For example, from pending to either granted as a granted patent, or they actually got abandoned by the applicants. So you want to find out where the status of the patent that you are interested in currently is. Then legal status-based monitoring, it would be come into play, and it would also give very insightful information. All right, then how we can actually do patent monitoring. There also are 3 steps. Step 1, remember we talked about 3 types. Now, so you all you need to do is define, are you looking for technology-based monitoring or legal status-based monitoring or even competition? Then you also define how often the monitoring should take place, monthly, weekly, or quarterly. All right, once you have that, the system will give you the alert based upon your defined frequency. So let's say it's a weekly, monthly, or it's a weekly monitoring, then you will be alert to a newly generated patent. Now you can further run the analysis. All right, and then based upon the analysis, you can fine tune, going back to state 1 and redefine the definition or criteria of your monitoring. So that's the step 2 that you can do. Once you have the analysis handy and you think it's important for engineers or senior management to look at, then start to share. So you should share, and then those concerning party will be able to take appropriate action. So these 3 steps: define types and frequency, and then analyze and go back to step 1 to fine tune the monitoring criteria, and then share the result of the analysis. Hopefully the company or you or your team will take the right action. So today, I'm going to use Patent Club to do the demonstrations. But once again, you may use your the platform that you are very familiar with. All right, so you don't really have to use Patent Club, but if you are interested and you like what you will see later on, just like Jason was talking about, we actually are going to give you the free use. So just hold on to the last minute of the demonstration. So right now, without any further ado, I'm going to just show you how to do the patent monitoring through Patent Club. Okay. Now, because of the COVID-19. Now a lot of people are talking about the painkiller. So I'm going to just quickly demonstrate how to use this platform. What you can do is go in terms of the define. Let's start off with the technology related monitoring. So first you have to define those keywords. The patent has a lot of area or the section, including abstracts, claim, or title, or even the spec. Right. So the best way to do is to do free text, meaning all within all the documents, as long as you are able to find painkiller, do it and help me find out those patents. So in Patent Cloud, because different patent apply in different patent offices, written in different languages. So instead of translating directly one after another, Patent Cloud actually give you the keyword expansion. So all you need to do is make sure you want to expand the language to the language that you are interested in, and then you will find there are quite a few different translated word or synonyms to painkiller. So in this case, you find Chinese in traditional Chinese or simplified Chinese. You can also find the Japanese, and German. Now, so if you are, for me, I think this three, I can select this two line so that instead of typing every single keywords, I can now have all the painkiller in different languages or in the same languages or sharing the same meaning. So all you need to do is convert it to the query or simply click on this magnifying icon. So right now you are getting the criteria that where you can find all the painkiller or related translated word, comparable words in the patents across the whole world. There are almost 400,000 patents. Now, remember, you can also try to define or confine your monitoring to a certain degree. Now, you can further go to IPC. If you remember, in terms of the technology, painkillers can be found in the process, in the inventional process, or the content themselves. So all you want is to define the IPC, which is the International Product Code, for example. So you can see basically A61P or 29/0 all the way to K are related to painkiller. And further, you can find out it's all about the hygiene or medical, the medicine content itself. So I can further to fine tune if that's something, if not the process that you are looking for, but the content that you are looking for, then you can go back to the search and try to confine your criteria. For example, in this case, I can define my IPC, for example, IPC. Remember, there are A61K or P. So what I can do is to make sure that I want to cover all the technologies or the inventions that cover in this area, starting from A61, either P or K. Now, once again, all you need to just click on that patent so that the criteria now actually is adding the IPC into the keyword search, right? So instead of getting 400, now it comes down to 340, right? Now, you can also confine where patents or where the inventions that you are more interested in. Right now, it ranges, or they range from the US to Japan to China. Maybe you are only interested in your own country. So you can further to select the country that you are interested in. All you need to do, just click on the patent office. For example, today we can do Singapore as one of the country, Malaysia as one of the country, even Thailand, for example. So now I am confining my monitoring within these three countries. So in addition to those keywords and also IPC, now I get the patent from 400,000 to 340, 100 to 64. So this is the most recent data of the patent that fit perfectly the criteria that we just set. All right. So once again, all the keywords of a painkiller in different languages in a particular IPC within Singapore, Malaysia, and Thailand. All right. So if you like this result and you want to make sure in the future, if there are new patents that also fit the same criteria, and you should be reminded about. In this case, you have to use monitoring query. So I'm going to show you how to do it on Patent Cloud. You don't need to hire someone to do it. You can do it by yourself. All you need to do, once again, because you got the result, click on save. This time, save the monitoring. All right. So you can type the title, because later on, the title will help you find out where this portfolio of the patent actually located. So let's say if I do Malaysia, Singapore, and Thailand, for example, and then I can ask the platform to do a monthly basis or a weekly basis. If you think that frequency will be higher, then you can do you can actually do on a month, you can do month or weekly basis, and you can choose Wednesday, Sunday, all right? And then you can also ask the system to save those patterns onto a certain folder, or just simply don't save them, but just give you a reminder. So in this case, I can choose not saving. So in this case, next Monday, when new pattern, either publication pattern or publicated pattern or granted pattern that emerge, the system will send me an email and remind me there are new patterns available for me to take a look. All right, if you click on this folder, for example, in this case, I can actually save it right here. When I save it right here, the new pattern will be added into the folder. Anyhow, so those very technical part, I would wait until you actually put your hands on the system, and you can ask question through the on the Pattern Cloud to us. All right, so you can actually confirm that, and that's how you actually save your monitoring. All right, I already have that saved, so I'm just going to show you what it looked like. So in this case, what we already did is a 63 pattern that already saved in our folder. Now, prior to today's demonstration, somebody else did another query. So the query was done 1 week ago, and it was different criteria. So that's why they use the same pattern. But again, there are 8,200 pattern that fit the criteria, right? So I was just going to show you in this case, the auto monitoring can be found right on the PV, which is already saved on the pattern. Now, right here, you can see the painkiller actually was started. It was saved earlier before, and then there are 13 new pattern actually was found 1 week after. So the system actually alert me that there were 13 new pattern. So I was actually separated into 2 folders. So that's why in this case you were able to see the week before the number of a pattern in terms of the criteria was 8,201. But today, when I got an alert from the system, because I did a weekly monitoring, the number went up to 2,214. So there are 13 numbers increased. Now, what does it do for us? If you want to further identify, for example, you want to find out what the patterns actually look like, all you can do also utilize the functions given on Pattern Cloud. In PV, you can either click on this portfolio, which is the most recent portfolio that fit my criteria, or you can also click on this portfolio that was perfectly fit 1 week before. So either way we do. What I want to show you is if you want to do analysis, for example, you want to find out who are the key players in those who are key players in with those patterns. I'm going to show you a quick analytics that we actually are offering on Pattern Cloud. So click on the folder, and there is a forward to icon. Click on the forward to icon and ask the pattern to do the analysis by click on DD. Once again, click on the folder and do DD and confirm. So the system would automatically do the analysis for you. You will find all the analysis, including where those patterns are from in terms of the countries, how many of them are active patterns, how many of them are pending, in terms of in the process of applications, how many of them actually are abandoned. They are inactive, they are expired. Now, those information, if they are important to you, definitely could be found as part of the analysis. But I want to show you as a new startup company. Let me click on this analysis for you. In the due diligence analysis, there are 6,792 patterns. I click on the analysis, you're gonna find who actually are the potential players. All right. So there are many dashboards available. You can find technologies dashboard, which I put in my shirt. The A61P actually would be in the dominant row. But I want to show you this, the last analysis. This is all about who actually applied this patent and who actually applied the patent in the same technology. And by doing so, you're going to find the emergent players. Now, as a startup, you probably are more interested in find out who actually are important in this technology and the technology that you are interested in, so that your patent in the future may be able to either acquire or get licensed to this patent. All right, so for right here you can find there are many there are quite a few potential target, including Intercept by Venture, which probably is a venture capital company that owns some patent in this same painkiller medicine components. You can find lots of different potential companies that are in the same area. So you can use this company, for example, any company that you're interested in, and go back to your search criteria and define the company as one of the criteria. What it does is, in the future, when that given company apply for the same the new patent in the same technology, you will be alert. So if you are investor, the emergent player definitely is something that you are interested in. If you are a startup, you will see your patent may be interesting to this emergent player, so that you can actually get a license to this emergent player. So this kind of alert and patent watch can be very, very useful for a startup, either from the perspective of investor or a new emergent player. All right. So this is all, friend. You can do the analysis and then go back to the definition of your monitoring to fine tune the patent watch that you actually are doing. All right. So once you have all the information that you have, whether they are the new patent, the incremental number of patent that you got, or the new analysis that you get. Okay. Now the next step is, you find those information useful and you want to share with your colleagues or your friends, then you definitely have to invite them over to this project. So if you are interested, if you think they are interested in all the analysis, you can actually you can download it and send them or you can actually share the folder. You can actually save it in the PV. Remember, we actually use the PV to save those patents. You can save the report to the PV as well. All right. So once you save it to the report, and then you go back to PV. Now I'm going to show you how to invite your friend over to PV so that your friend, your colleague will be able to also receive the same information that you want to share with them. All right. So on right here, you see the icon of a people with a plus. You click on that one and you go to setting. So what you should do is to type the email of your friend. For example, I like to send it to my friend Kevin Yu about this patent. As you can see, I already invite more than a dozen of the people in my project. In the PV, you can actually invite up to 19, including yourself, up to 20 collaborators. So in this case, I invite a new friend, whose name is Kevin Yu, and I said he can either he can edit, he can with the unlimited access or limited access, because I only want him to look at a certain report or the folder, so I can define how how much that he can view. So in this case, I said he can only view with a limited access. So from here, you can see Kevin actually get invited. Furthermore, I can tell Kevin to take a look at the folder that I want him to view. So let me just make sure. All right. So because Kevin is not all right. So once you have this person invited, he or she will be able to retrieve either the folder. I should submit it. Sorry. So if once I submit it to Kevin, he will be able to go on to this folder, and then he will be able to see, for example, if I only confine him to the view of the Painkiller 2, then he will be able to see this folder other than any other folder. So this is the only folder that he will be able to view. You can also allow him to view all the folders. Furthermore, the due diligence analytical report can be also invited to him. So all you need to do, remember the one that I just created, you can invite him to the due diligence report. So in this case, Kevin actually was not invited earlier, but I can click on the invitation and authorize him as one of the viewers of this due diligence report. By doing so, once he gets invited, he will receive an email and he will be able to go on to the patent cloud without paying any penny. He would also enjoy as much privilege as you are given. So he will be able to, just like me, to watch all the information that I have right here. All right. So this is all. So this is the this is the step 3 that I was talking about. Once you define and you want to share, so hopefully when the collaborator, once they receive the report, they understand your point and they will be able to further take appropriate action onto it. So how to actually apply for the free uses. Once again, I appreciate your valuable time and your participation. So from now on, if you are able to sign up on app.patentcloud.com by using your email that you register for this webinar with, you will be automatically given the patent search, due diligence, and patent vault for free until December 12, which means you will be having 1 month free uses of a patent search, patent vault, due diligence. Now, patent search is the tool that we use to define the scope of your monitoring. All right, and then you save them to PV. The patent vault actually will enable you to share the findings and analysis with your friend, whereas due diligence will enable you to do the analysis, very in-depth analysis from the basic information in terms of the country, legal status, all the way to potential investors or potential players. All right. Now, if you do have a question, don't hesitate to contact us in the demonstration that I have. You will find the contact us and also live chat. I was going to show you real quick. Every page you will find live chat right here, and also a help center or even contact us right here. Feel free to reach out to us. I know there are lots of technical questions or especially terms that may confuse you. So feel free, once you sign up on patentcloud.com, ask questions. We have a system, we have our colleagues available all the time. So you can have a live chat with us or send us any question by email through contact us, and you will get immediate answer to whatever question actually you are going to raise. All right. All right. So that's all about today's today's an introduction and also demonstration about how to monitor and adapt the new to the new changes through the IP analytics.
Thank you, Leo. I really need to stay on the line. We have a question from the floor. So one of the question is, can we actually search in Malay or in Thailand language for patent cloud?
I would, if the patent actually written in Malay or in Thai language, yes, you will. But unfortunately, I have to be very honest with you. The Malaysian patent or Thai patents only we only include the title and abstracts. All right, so title and abstract definitely will be written in your local languages. So you should be able to find those patents in Malay or Thai. But then you might not be able to, if you can find a search to, let's say, full text that includes specifications or claims, you may not be able to find any patent because we don't have the data. But to your question, in short, yes, you can.
Okay, thank you so much, Leo, for the insight. I believe the participants have a better understanding and insightful session from you. We have now come to the end of the whole session. We hope you have a wonderful and informative time with us.
Jyotina, I'm sorry, there's one more question. Can I?
Oh yeah, sorry.
No.
Yeah, sorry.
No, not at all.
So maybe so you have one more question that just came in.
Right.
Yeah. So I think the next question is, do we have to pay extra for patent monitoring services?
If you sign up for the free use, no, definitely, because it's free for you. But then in the future, if you think this function is useful, it actually included in the patent search package. So yeah, it will be a subscription base, but you can do a lot more than just monitoring. You can do a lot of, like, for example, FTO. You can do patent landscaping, in all kinds of analysis that you are interested. But to your question, and if you sign up starting today, it will be all the way free until December 12th.
Okay, thank you very much. So if the participants, if you have any other questions for Leo, I think as what he has mentioned, you can actually email in via Patent Cloud app, and then they will actually answer to you at the shortest time available for that site. Okay, so yeah, so we have come to the end of the whole session for today. We hope you have a wonderful time and informative time that the speakers have shared with you. So thank you once again, and we look forward to seeing you all in our upcoming seminars and workshops. So for more understanding about IPHatch Day, you can actually visit our website at www.iphday.com. Thank you.
Thank you, Leo. Thanks.
Thank you all.